you double, I mean, those two lines are the same all the way through, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then at this moment, for some reason, he gives you a half note instead of a quarter note like everybody else.
See, he does that a couple times where there's just something in the score that isn't written.
I think it's a mistake, because otherwise, it just sounds stupid.
Yeah.
So I think it should be a quarter note and a quarter rest.
All right.
That way you all do exactly the same rotation. It's just dorky if you don't do that. Okay, so let's see. Let's do a couple things. Find letter Chuck.
Yep.
Let's see. So everybody who doesn't play your instrument, play what you have at C. All right. No, actually, before we do that, not just the bottom two voices at C. One, two, three. Stop 3 now. Let's lay you on top. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, wait, can we start over?
Yes.
Sorry.
1, 2, 3. Great. Of the three of you, which one is the most important thus far?
Me.
It is all about you, but not this time. So you, right? Even though your part is nominally unimportant in terms of you're just the harmony, you have all of this action, and we want to hear it, all right? And we want to know that you're not just doing nothing, that you're integral, because you're the first time we've had this rhythm, right? And you guys have this nice lyrical stuff. So take the forte with a grain of salt. I mean, you're already playing, laser beam instruments, right? So just you can take your time. Right then, you go. Here's the C. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, nice. So now, put your part on top, leave you out for a second. Okay? You can finger along and make lots of noise in your head. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, right? So is it easier to play with him or is it easier to play with her? I'm not saying that she's good or bad. I'm just saying that in terms of that piece of musical information, which one's easier to play with?
I would say Annabelle.
Oh, interesting.
Well,
Cool.
I don't know, just because I listen to her triplets, like, to set the tempo.
Absolutely, and that's the deal. 'Cause for me, that makes it harder. Not because she's doing it right or wrong, but we're trying to listen to it. It's easy to play with the melody, right? He just soars right over the top, right? And what I would love to do is have less of him, right? But we're listening to her, right? His part's going to cut through no matter what, right? So here we go, one more time, let's see. And this is just an 8-measure example of the kinds of things that like, what's the next level for you guys to worry about? It's like, I got 4 people, who's the most important? It's not always you, it's not always you, it's not always you, it should be always you, but if not, right? Here we go, C. Yes, please, right? So, dig into her, right? And you're just like, just this nice little whisper of a tune on top. Here we go, 1, 2, stuff. Now it's just music, which is my favorite thing to worry about. The thing that we just played, if I'm not mistaken, that might be the quietest spot in the whole piece.
Yep.
Have we had 2 Ps before that?
The very beginning of the album.
Something like that. But I mean, you're right. There's just that little bit of there. But making sure that some of you do have piano, some of you have pianist and all that, but by and large, that is one of the quietest sections of the thing. And he swells it up and he swells it back, and he brings it up and he brings it back down. So you want to make sure that that comes out, and that it's not. I mean, you've got mezzo forte, forte, that is perfectly under control. I never felt like you're overblowing when it's super duper loud or anything like that, but you've got so many gradients of soft that you can still explore that are gonna be so cool, right? The hardest thing for me of this whole piece is the opening 15 measures, right? Is trying to find where's the pulse, right? Making sure we do that. And then then the third thing that I wanted to just highlight in terms of that is making sure that if you are given accents, right, within the context of any dynamic, that they're not all of a sudden something screaming different, right? If you have piano, but you have an accent, it's still an accent within piano. It's not the boom, bang, right? Unless it is very much asked for that. And a lot of the things that you're playing, it pops a lot where I don't think it needs to pop, right? So start right at the allegro.
Yeah.
And the fortissimo, right, is not about an accent, it's about a, right?
All right.
It's French for crying out loud. They don't accent anything, right? They whoosh, right? Good, nice. Now can you do it like no tongue? Do, ha, ha, just for something different. Yay! Oh my gosh, it's totally different, right? Whether you like it or not, I don't care. But as long as you can do it, right? Because if somebody says, I don't want, right? I want, right? You've got to be able to nail that for it. All right, so try it one more time and then go on.